Hey guys, Midnight here. I'm back with a new video. Yeah, you heard that right, a video. I haven't done actual videos in like about a year, honestly. And I'm playing Grand Ages Medieval, which has been my favorite game for about like a month and a half now. I played it back like 3 years ago. Probably didn't do a video on it, I don't remember whether or not I did. And I didn't like it that much then, but I came back to it and it's my favorite game right now. And I would say I've gotten pretty good at it. And to sort of show new players how to play the game, or old players that never really got into it, try to get other people into it. I'm gonna do one of my own campaigns, trying to do the most efficient start I possibly can, lead into end game, and then do a world conquest, preferably before 11:10, all in one video here. It should take around 4 hours. I say all in one video. I don't mean one video. I mean one series. It should take about 4 hours, maybe about 8 episodes, about there. And speaking of that, I'm going to put a 30-minute timer up for this episode, just so that they don't end up being far too long. So basically what I am going to do is I am going to start a open game, because no one starts campaign, it's annoying. I'm gonna make my crest. I will probably just do this one with blue. It doesn't matter that much, but I'm gonna do that one with blue outside. Good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start random, completely random. I'm gonna put starting AI funds to equal, difficulty to normal, starting town, starting region. The reason I keep difficulty at normal is because if the difficulty is any higher, the game just becomes tedious. You spend the entire game waiting for money, and it's not really worth it ever. So basically, I'm just gonna go in completely random, a competitors Europe map as big as I possibly can, and have the best start I possibly can, which normally consists of me rushing a level 16 city, which you will see in the future here. So, early game. First thing I like to do, make 3 for each of those. 1, 2, 1. I like to just make it so that all of these, I start off with 4 of both of the lumberyard and brickyard, and then 3 of the basic resources. Doesn't matter what your basic resources are. I ended up in the Balkans, Zagreb. That's not bad at all, actually. I actually like the Balkans region the most for resources. It's really nice. And then, first thing that I do like to do is create a trader and a building squad. This just sets you up for raid away. Then, bring your scout to the city nearest to you. Split, and then pretty much give them exactly what they ask for. To go to a military alliance. And this is going to be a theme for every single one of the nearby little emperors. I'm not even going to worry about commodity piles or carts or anything about that like that yet. I can worry about those later. She should be accepting 1500, I think. Maybe even 1400. I'm going to lower the next one to 1400. And what this does is it sets me up with a low base economy, which will get you these smaller cities as fast as possible, economically. It's just really helpful. Let's see if she'll give me one for 13,000. Don't just straight give her money like I was about to. Wait the turn that she asks. Trader just got finished. I'll worry about that later. I'm gonna do 12,000 here. Just see if she'll actually take it or not. She took a 12,000. Oh, this is a trader. So my traders, what I like to do with the first one, just go straight to split, which is the first city that I will be taking over. That's the most important part of initial trade for me. And Budapest. Budapest, I think, will accept a 10,000. An offer of 10,000. Yep. What's she doing 9,000 though? This price will go down as your storage money goes down, because that's how these empires work. If you have a ton of money in store, they will ask for a ton more money. There's no way I go for 8K. Huh. Gonna wait the turn. Then I'm gonna go for... I want to go for 7K, but I'm afraid of the... No, we're good. Alright, cool. As you can see, the most important modifier here is the sympathy. The hearts will go up over time as you trade with everybody. And then, with my trader, the first thing I normally like doing with my trader, I like putting them in an area that'll give me both metal and coal right off the bat.
On the way.
Can I do a metal and coal right off the bat? I can over here.
A beautiful land.
And then I want to do that, and go to development, unlock tools, and give me tools. There we go. Need another trader. Wait for the building squad to finish if it hasn't already. Building squad has finished. So I'm going to build roads between all of the cities that I need to. Which is just going to end up looking like that. And then I do want to get these roads upgraded as soon as possible. Zagreb's buildings will be slowly but surely rising. Those will extend a lot. And a lot of what people have issues with at this point in the game is their money goes into negatives and they panic. But in the end, you're making money right now. The only thing that the issue is, or the only issue that you might have, is that you panic and then you stop building buildings in your main city and you just let your economy stagnate, and that will in the end either put you really far behind or in fact start reversing you. The most important part about this part in the game is getting the first city. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna work on getting the brickyard and the lumberjack up at Dubrovnik. There we go. Because as soon as that is finished, Dubrovnik will be able to pretty much build itself up on its own, and then I'll have tools in this region, which Split technically has tools, but it doesn't have the resources to get tools, so it's not worth it right now. In fact, as soon as I get Split, I will be changing those tools to string. And now that it's at this part of the game, I need the extra money. I'm putting that there. What is wrong with my trader? Oh, just not enough population. That'll come over time. So I'm gonna get beer. And then increase grain. And that'll just get my Zagreb's economic output up a little more. The sum will probably increase in the next turn, if I'm not wrong. No, it decreased. That means it already increased once. But the sum probably increased by about 100 for having more grain being outputted in general. There we go. Traders next. I'm going to trade simply between these two.
Here we go.
And I made the mistake of not giving this trader carts. That's my bad. But the main idea is to just get Split. I want 150 hearts, or 150. I want just between 95 and 100 hearts as soon as possible. Now the AI will probably have a little bit over me for the beginning game. If we go to competitors, no, I'm ahead of the AI right now. And I will stay ahead of the AI for quite a bit, I think. I don't think I'll go behind the AI anymore this game. I'll get that upgraded. It's probably the most important. And since the trader going around all 5 of these is the most important one, I will be giving him carts. Every single one of the carts that I have in Zagreb. He's the most important to making sure that resources go, well, everywhere. So as soon as these hearts go up to 100, wow, okay, I didn't think that that was gonna happen.
What you want in exchange.
I will just give them all of my gold.
I agree.
Not a good
What
idea.
exactly are you offering?
Just keep giving them all of the gold
Oh,
is
you have
pretty
something
much
to
what you
offer.
have to do. And it's just smart to give them a little bit at a time,
You have something to
as
offer.
long as your economy stays a little bit over time.
I accept your offer.
Except for that 7 turns kind of hurts me. You just want to keep on giving them all of your money, because that'll keep getting their influence up,
How
or
wonderful
their
to see.
sympathy up, sorry.
What
And because your balance stays low, you get more sympathy every single time you give them the money. So that's pretty much what I'll be doing for a bit. Just wait for the 7 turns to go by,
how
which should be
wonderful.
right now, yep.
Oh,
Give
you
them
have
all the money,
something
that
to
should
offer.
get me up to 80, or, yeah, over 80. Yep,
Very well.
plenty over 80.
Agreed.
Gold reserves are negative, whatever. Those will go back up soon. Ooh, that's actually quite a bit negative. Nah, it's going back. We're good. Oh, plenty of money.
How wonderful to see.
Now, as soon as that timer reaches 0, I should be able to send them, I think, around 10,000 and be able to get the
Oh,
city.
you
Just
have
like that.
something to offer me.
Thank you. And that, in turn, gives me a new trader that I can get. I'm not going to worry about settlers until after I get these 5 cities done. And there we go. Dubrovnik is going to get its brickyard and lumberjack set up. Split has already been rather developed. Other than this, which I will end up deleting. I don't want tools, I want string. And I want just get the string rolling at least. There we go. And I get landholder pretty much just in time, so that I can start upgrading weaving as soon as I get the chance. And I will get, I don't know what to get next, honestly. Next will probably be, don't need much here. Pottery? I should, why is there pottery up there? Pottery should be in Belgrade. And fruit should be in Budapest. Okay. Yeah, the starting cities are always just terrible for what they're producing. I can't decide what my first researches are pretty much ever. I'm going to get pottery and I'm going to get mining. Even though I don't have any metal. Oh, I have plenty of metals. So Dubrovnik's mining is going to go up quite a bit, which is nice. I'm going to let my economy go up slowly. It looks like it's going negative. It's not. I should do it this way, just between Belgrade and Dubrovnik, because that'll give Dubrovnik the just raw materials, and it'll also give Belgrade tools, and that'll up the hearts quite a bit.
And here we go.
That's how I'm assuming it's gonna work. Split and Zagreb should keep on going like that. Now I will actually make that the route, because I have no reasoning for this. Well, string can go to Split, I guess. I have no actual reasoning for that. I just wanted to extend farther than just Zagreb and Split. So now just let time go by, let my economy go up, constantly build buildings in Zagreb. And buildings a bit everywhere, honestly. That's what the key to getting your economy up is. And in the end, I want to get a level 16 city before the year 1060, which is, it's hard to do, but once you get the pattern down, which I've been playing like the start of games for like the last 3 weeks, and the second you start getting level 16 cities, it becomes rather easy over time. Just because you have like the muscle memory down for how exactly to run your empire. Dubrovnik, I want it to start producing more coal and metal, just to get that stuff running. My traders say that they're running negative, but I think the tooltips lie all the time. Because normally when it says that things aren't running smoothly, things are running better than they ever have. I'm going to wait to upgrade tools again, because that's probably the most important part of being in game. Make sure you get tools to all your cities. Running in a negative a little bit. Sister screaming in the other room. And yeah, Belgrade is not yet at 90, but their sympathy is really high from when I was constantly giving them more gold than I should have earlier. And I'm going to let that number keep going higher. I'm going to make sure that I get all of the sort of raw production things. I'm going to have to get shirts next, and then trinkets aren't, or pomp isn't really that important this part of the game. It'll give you a lot of money late game if you can get pomp up though. So what's the problem with Belgrade? That'll work. Dubrovnik, you're still working on stuff. Budapest, what are your hearts at? Your hearts are actually fairly high now. I may as well start on Budapest first if their hearts are going to go up faster. Need to send them 6,000 if I'm not incorrect. I'll go 8,000 just to be sure. Yeah. And that will hold off until I get enough hearts. Actually, that should give me enough hearts right there now that I think about it. Boom. Budapest. Yep. And I will send you 10,000 for your city, and you will also give me your city. Actually, I think 7,000 will work. Not incorrect. Belgrade is at 90 hearts, so I should start getting their sympathy up as well. You probably need a little bit more gold before the actual offer comes in. And I may as well do that right now. Just give you a little bit more gold. And now you should be able to give me all the hearts that I need. And if you don't, the other trader will. Boom. No! That surprises me every time. The hearts are super inconsistent, I'd think, in this game, because you can do as much trading as you want with one city, and it just never seems to do much. Important part right now, though, is to get my roads upgraded most of the way. Budapest is fine. I need to start upgrading Zagreb all of the way. The economy seems to be going down, but it'll be fine in the end. Come on, Belgrade. Come on. There we go. I think I'll have to go up to 8,000 for this city, just because my economy's starting to do a bit better. Nope, need to go even higher. I think I'll need to go for... I'll go 12,000 just to be safe. I thought so. And now we have it. So this is the really early part of the game. This is probably the most important part of the game, in my opinion. Because now, compared to all my... oh my bad. Compared to all my competitors, I'm doing fairly amazing. And the most important part is your inhabitants, because that's pretty much... that pretty much directly factors into your economy, as well as businesses. But the more inhabitants you have, the more businesses that are running. And technically, if your inhabitants are low, but your buildings are high, even if... Okay, so... if Orange, for example, had 4,000 population, and I had 6,000 population, but they have 10 more buildings than me, obviously, I would technically have a better economy than them currently, because I just have more people working. but their inhabitants will slowly but surely increase higher than mine because, well, they have more space to increase and they would have a better economy. Right now, Orange is the only one that competes with me because they have more inhabitants. I think that's the best sort of actual power sort of status, like how your economy is doing, is definitely inhabitants. So in other words, the one thing that I need to do right now is I need to get Zagreb out of low prosperity, because I don't know why it's having low prosperity. I need to increase my development, get all the stuff that I need, which includes that, and that. I think it's worth getting better coal too. Then I'm going to start working on church architecture. That's very, very important for the end game that I wanted, or for the end part of beginning game. It's very, very important. Churches and that type of stuff as soon as possible is super important. But now my economy is going to start running fairly well. Oh shoot, how is your pottery doing? Your pottery is doing fine. If I can get a trader running straight between you two, pottery will sort of not fall off. I'm just going to do this for now. This isn't a very efficient trader setup, but it's enough to get the economy completely rolling and money coming in through trade. And that's enough for me right now. And as soon as we get 48,000, I'm going to click this button and 5 buildings. The way I like to do it at this part of the game is just building one of each type of building. It helps a little bit, just that you don't have to like go one by one. That's more tedious than this is for sure. But you're just waiting on money at this point to work on one singular city over every single city until this one reaches level 7. As you can see, the prosperity is just going to sit fairly low. It's going to stay at 47, like 45, 47, 40, or 45 to 50 for a bit. It's going to stay at that as trade goes through. This should be the mega trader. This is not the mega trader. Where's the mega trader? I call the mega trader the guy that just goes through everything. That's him. Boom, buildings go up. The sum will increase. And that'll help a bunch. So I'm just going to keep building buildings, and that's the way that I start the game. I should be getting the next rank here sooner than later. Oh, sorry, wrong button. Your empire. Not terribly soon. I also should have a better economy than Orange now. Absolutely. Also, if you don't know how to speed up time while you're in the menu, just hold R2 when you're in a menu. It works. You can actually do it. It's nice just that you can see your money moving while you're looking at the buildings and ready to click. It's always nice. Once again, if your money goes in negative, as long as you haven't had problems with it staying in negative for a while before that, you don't need to worry about it. You just need to worry about keeping your economy running by building buildings. And the capital is the most important place to do it in. But when you get up to, I think, 12 buildings in each place, if you're doing it my way, if you don't, then as soon as you get up to 60 buildings in your town, you need to worry about leveling up your mining city if you do have a mining city. If you don't, then you just have to use the preset buildings, like this used to be tools, this used to be coal, this used to be metal. You have to figure out a way to get that all to split, which used to have tools, and get tools running, because tools are, once again, the most important part to mid-game and getting set up for the end of beginning game. For those that don't know what I mean by mid-game is the point in the game where you've just reached Empire or Emperor. That's when mid-game starts. And mid-game isn't a very big part of the game in my mind. I think beginning game is the most important. Mid-game is the short term where you're doing your first war and you finally win against your first opponent. And then endgame is pretty much you cleaning up the rest of the world. End game should last like between 30 years, about 30 years. Beginning game should realistically end at about 1070. Mid game should only last about 10 years, and then the last 30 years are you just taking over the rest of the world. End game. However, in multiplayer, this all changes. It beginning game essentially lasts a lot longer, but you work on your economy and try to get it better than your opponents. So the better your economy, the more likely you'll be able to sustain the highest academy level, because that's pretty difficult. Looks like I'm gonna be able to do between 5 to 6 years of video, which is nice. It's not a small amount of time, especially not in this game. So there we go. That's gonna be the highest I'm gonna be able to go on there. So I gotta start working on my metal while I still can, because as soon as I get this next level, which you can see by the green bar, I am going to get church architecture. And then the next one I'm going to get town planning with, and then I'll be able to get level 16 cities, which are the key to success in this game. The sooner you get a ton of those, the sooner you're going to take over the world. Actually, I should probably get 2 of those. Oh, also, the way you switch between multiple and single is by just clicking triangle. You can go between either. It's really useful, I think. So, once again, this is pretty much just hurry up and wait. So, the way I look at cities, they have 4 different sort of stages. For example, the first stage would be before you have this chapel. Before you have this chapel, you can only have 30 buildings, so 6 in each slot if you're doing it the way I'm doing it. And then you get the chapel, and you can get 12 in each. So the first is between city level 0 and city level 3, which is before you have the chapel. The second sort of stage is when you first get the chapel, so between city level 3 and city level 7. The third stage would be when you get church architecture, but you don't yet have town planning. If you don't know that, church architecture is this upgrade right here. It lets you build. It says it lets you build chapels and mosques, but it's actually churches. And I don't know what the other version of a mosque is. And then the next upgrade is town planning. It essentially lets it so that this church that you would build gets the population limit up to 12,000, and it essentially just lets you build 3,000 more population worth in towns that already have churches. So it's useful. It's rather useful. I like it. So money's not coming in as fast as I'd want it to, but it's early game. Don't have a level 16 city yet, so just have to deal with time as it goes by. Even at 10 times, it's not going by so fast. I honestly wish you could make it go higher in this game, but I know that I would end up messing with lag quite a bit, especially in multiplayer. Lag gets pretty bad with a lot of players. As soon as I reach 56,000, I'll be able to upgrade the mining city once more. I should, well I still can, get the chapel here. Money's going down super fast, and then it's just gonna pop right back up to 24,000 for me. Please? No? Come on. No, you wanna. There you go. Another reason that after you just got done building a lot of buildings, your economy might stagnate for just a couple of seconds while the building's building, because this button, or this thing, actually it isn't building costs. You'll see it if you go to Empire Balance. Building construction and building maintenance. That will, right after you start building a building, keep your economy low, the building maintenance. So basically I'm making 4,000 less per tick than I normally would be. keep upgrading Dubrovnik until I finally get... How far away am I from it? Oh, super close. Oh, like next tick close. Got it. I don't think I'm going to be able to get another upgrade off. I lied. I guess now, right about now, should be... I should have done this a while ago, actually. Keep that in mind. Don't forget about your scout. It's free money. Although I do like waiting to get like commodity piles, because it will... There's no Italy. It will give you more money over time. So now I am going to grab church architecture and the first settlement construction because that will give me town planning next.
Almost there.
And now I'm going to start working on the chapel. As you can see, it takes tools. If you don't have your trader set up in the right way, you will not be able to get tools anywhere. And that will make it so that you pretty much cannot build churches. And I'm going to build chapels in every single one of these places just so that I'm not limited on expansion for a bit. That's a good sign. Commodity piles are the best because there's guaranteed no fight. Dying. Corona. I'm just speeding up time. I look for commodity piles. There is a Germany though. Oh, the chapel isn't yet done. Chapel's just about to finish though. Boom. There we go. And that is actually the end of this video for now. As soon as this scout gets back to Zagreb. And yes, that is the timer. That the phone ringing is definitely the timer. I'm actually gonna get this commodity pile before I end it. There we go. So pretty much that's the first start. Grabbing all of the mayors, the gray, and just make sure that they don't exist anymore. It's free economy. It gets you a good jump start compared to if you leave them alone and wait too long. If you wait too long, your economy becomes too good. And it costs way too much money to try and get them on your side. And if you do it too early, obviously you will ruin yourself and you won't be able to build up your economy because you spent too much money too early. And you just want to start building up towards a level 16 city. Get as much as you can in one city while also building up a mining city. And the plan for after that is, after you get your first level 16 city, your economy will skyrocket. And then you can get level 16 cities everywhere else. All at the same time as starting to expand with settlers, which is what will happen in the next video. Anyways, I will see you guys next video.